Hello. For those who don't know me, Tushar this side, I've been marketing for the past 3 years and writing for the past four. And today I'm going to talk about one of the biggest problem I faced as a marketer when I was just starting out. And I'm going to give you a very simple solution of that problem as well so that you don't face the same problem as a marketer in your career. And the problem started back in 2022. So I started freelancing in 2021. In 2022, I took it pretty seriously, and I had a good run. I had a good 6 month run. I was writing blogs. I was writing mostly blogs and some white papers and whatnot, and I was earning pretty good. But there was one big issue. One day, a startup came to me and they just asked me like, "This is a new startup we are doing. How will you start with its marketing?" And I had no clue. Like I knew like if I have a if I have to grow something, I have to post something, and the moment I will start posting, eventually something will work and something won't, and eventually I will be able to double down on what's working. And that's what marketing is, and that's what marketing was for me, because that's how I grew my Twitter account at that time. That's how I grew my Substack at that time. So I just had no idea how to like get start with something on Twitter. I was just having fun. That's how I grew my audience. So I just didn't know how to start with something, and I didn't have a clear answer. I gave this answer, and obviously if you're going to a startup guy and telling him like I will just start posting stuff, that's not going to help you a lot, and you are not going to get that client. But now I have a very simple solution for that. I just use a rule of three. And I read about this in the book called Traction. Traction is a really good book if you want to read. And it talks about like how there are like basic like 19-20 channels only. And it talks about like whenever you're marketing for someone, you can use a very simple formula. What you can do is that you can use a rule of three. What you can do is like you take like all the channels, you see like where the people are most supposed to hang out. Like if there are 19 channels like social media, offline, ads, and whatnot, there are 19-20 channels he mentioned in the book. What are the three channels people are most likely to hang out? And you take those three channels and then you figure out those three channels in the next 3 months. Like these are the 3 months you are going to experiment with that channel, uh, and see what is working, what's not. And if any of these three channels are just not working out at all, you ditch them and you start with another three, and you double down on what's working. So yeah, you take three channels, you run them for 3 months, and keep the ones that are working, and rest you can just leave. Even SEO, like even SEO takes 3 months. Social media, like if you're not figuring out in the 3 months, I don't think like you're getting it. Everything, like I think this is a really good enough like framework. Like take three channels and do it for 3 months, because 3 months is enough time for you to figure out a channel whether it's working or not. And you have 3 months, so 3 months is good enough to experiment as well. You don't have to stick to one thing. You have legit like 12 weeks to figure out things. So yeah, it was a pretty good framework, and you can use the same framework for personal branding as well. Let's say a client comes to you for LinkedIn personal branding or Twitter personal branding. The framework you can use is, again, three content pillars you have to make. You have to make three content pillars, and these are the three things you are going to talk about for the next 1 month. Maybe don't make it 3 months, because like personal branding, you can understand in a month like what's working, what's not, maybe even 2 weeks. So take three type of contents that felt most relevant to the audience in front of them, and talk about these three content buckets for like 1-2 weeks or maybe a month. And whatever is working, nice. Whatever is not working, ditch it. And I am not the one who's saying that. This is not just my thing. So Dakota Johnson, if you see him on Twitter, he has this framework, and he's got like 100k plus followers on Twitter. Like he's like an absolute like growth master on Twitter. And he uses a gap framework, and gap framework says like he do growth content, authority content, and P, I think, was, I can't remember exactly what P was, but basically growth, authority, and P stand for something. So personality content, yes, personality content. So growth, authority, personality content, and he do all three contents for Twitter people. And yeah, that's how he gets started on any of the person or any of the account he works on Twitter. He do some growth stuff like jumping on trends and all. He do the authority stuff like really good threads and all, and do some personality stuff like I like coffee, I like tea, maybe I like this cat cover I have. Let me show you. I have this cat cover. Maybe I like a little bit Spider-Man, or maybe I like this Kindle I got, or maybe I like this. muffling thing over the mic I don't put. So, personality driven content, like I like this, I don't like this, maybe some news commentary or something, but cap framework he used for like everything. So yeah, take the rule of three, and yeah, you are pretty much sorted with how to get started with something new in the marketing thing. So yeah, that's it for this video, and I hopefully it helped you. If it helped you, please like, share, subscribe. Please, I'm doing this like 30-day 30 marketing videos challenge, and you can get all the other videos here. I've talked about pretty good stuff. So yeah, that's it. Bye bye, have fun.